friends, Denise here from Sue's Art, and we are doing another encaustic wax piece to save a little time. Really, you know me. I'm going to take your whole day here. But to save a little time, I did 2 coats of clear, 1 coat of white. We're going to throw 1 more coat of white on here. No, I want a thin white because we're going to go heavy on the white later. This piece is called Primarily. So we're just using the primary colors, red, yellow, and blue. That's it. So let's get this party started. This way, woo! Alright, so let's get into this. See, the thing is I don't have an idea. I have ideas, but then I don't have ideas, and then I think too much on it, and then I just say, screw it. Let's just put the wax on there, and we'll worry about it later. I know that we're working with 3 colors, so I want to start with, they're not, of course, no, they're tertiary primaries. Sorry. So they're not like, they're my favorite red, and my favorite blue, and my favorite yellow. So the yellow is going to be actually the only primary. The other ones are going to be secondary colors, ooh, in the primary realm, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of portion. I think what I want to do is just portion off the piece. Please. And I did spray the board with alcohol inks prior to applying the clear, in case I scrape down through the clear. At least you'll have this something to capture, which is I do that a lot. So I think most of you know that already. So I've been reading that encaustic wax is taking off again. Wow, who knew? And I think that's great. I do. Now see, I want some of this thin, so I'm just going to go ahead and rough up in areas where I want it thick. I have it thick, and I'm happy about that. All right. So there's the red portion, and I'm going to fuse it. Fusing is about getting this layer to become one with the layer underneath it. Don't skip the step. I mean, if you miss it the first time, go back, with that next layer and make sure you do a good, you just want it to get glossy. See, it's got a little shine. We're done. That's it. That just means that it has blended with the space underneath. And so now we're going to go with the blue. And very hot. I'm 10 weeks now with this burn on my wrist, and every time I think it's ready, I'll peel all the 2 different band-aids off, because one is a special band-aid for burns. It can be on there for 7 days. Now I've gone through 2 boxes of those in many 7 days, and it's not ready yet, just not ready yet. Alright, so for like we did rough, no, this is not some weird American flag. These are primary colors. And in some places I do want it thick. Give it up for blue! Woo. White's actually going to be the star of the show, but we won't say nothing. My two alarms on. This is just a sun-bright yellow. I believe it has mica powders in it. Or it did. I can't remember. But definitely going to play up here with the blue. No worries, I'm going to be fusing. To me, this is considered a layer. So, I'm not going to worry about it right now. But I do want a nice coat. And we are going to go back over these one more time. I really want a good, like, something that I can I can possibly put some drops in here. Scratch into. Scrape. Alright, now let's fuse it and we'll start from the beginning. Again, we're just looking for a gloss. Get that gloss, move on. Caustic wax is highly archival. It's just a gorgeous piece of work. I've noticed that my pieces, just like oil paint, they're going to take a good 30 days or greater to cure. Of course, good oils will take over a year. But I've noticed that within a month, 2 months, they are fully cured and ready to be buffed and played with and hung up on a wall for thousands of years. Thousands of years, my frenzies. Yes. Now we're going to do the opposite, except for down here, where I'm going to use a different yellow. But we're going to go in opposite land. But I think before we do that, I'm going to put one thin layer of white down. I'm probably going to beat myself up for this choice, but I think it's a good choice. Because we are switching to, we are going to move on to different colors, and so this will be a good thing. It's a good thing, said Martha Stewart. I still don't like her. I never did. I was never a huge fan of that kind of stuff that she peddled. But I guess in today's world, she would be like a number one YouTuber, right? If she was doing all that stuff. Oh, look. What's Martha Stewart doing today? She's putting paper bags on goblets and it looks amazing! Oh, okay. I missed that one. I just never was a fan. But Julia Child, that was my girl. That was my girl. I would get out of school when I was growing up in Manhattan and I would go to my Gourmet's restaurant, and wait, just wait till I could go home. And I would sit in this little bar stool with the tiniest little television set right there, and I would watch PBS, and Julia Child was on. She was my babysitter, basically. And it's a no wonder I love to cook, but then again, here I was at my Gourmet's restaurant. She fed me, and then of course I had to walk over to her sister's restaurant, which basically was around the corner from where I lived, and she had to feed me, of course. I was a chubby kid, but I loved it. I got the best food. Alright, so we're going to fuse it. My mother was the executive chef at my grandmother's restaurant, my Gourmet. It was called Gloria's Restaurante and Lounge. And it had a really good, location. Location is always important, and of course it was secretive because there was only 15 seats, so it was reservation only. I don't know how she did it, but anyway, all right. So we got the white down. Now we're going to reverse. So we did red and blue. So we're going to go with the blue and then the red. Alright, let's do that. That works. We'll either have a mess or we'll have a mess. But I'm I'm excited for the mess. I really am. I'm excited. Okay, because this is called primary, so we're also going to have fun with primary shellacs for the burn. Probably mostly utilizing, like on the darker colors here, I'm probably going to go with whites and complementary colors that don't poopy out, they don't. Oh, where'd you come from? No worries, must have had some water up in it. Could have water, but I don't know. Alright, so then we're gonna go with the red. I'm gonna go heavier on this side, I think, this time. Turn it out there. Don't be afraid of your puddles. Do try to get as much as you can on the canvas because it is, you know, it could be a pricey condiment. Hey. I like that. All right. You see how you can make textures with wax? Everybody knows that, so I'm not teaching you nothing here. I'm just showing you I'm a nutcase. All right. Now I told you we were going to use a different orange or a different type of yellow. This is a burnt something, burnt sienna, something like that. I don't know. It's okay. You don't have to know everything. We just know it's a cool color, and it's not that good in huge amount, but it's really nice in small one. It really is. All right. Yeah, let's top it off with the actual blue down here, because we are going to hit this up now with white, and we're going to start drawing and painting and swirling and whatever's we want. That's what we're going to do, which is where this is really fun. It's always fun. I don't know about you, but once my room starts smelling this good, I made it. Alright, let's seal it. Now, if you are adventurous, okay, so now would be a really good time to use that adventurism of yours. You can begin to move the wax a little. Don't get it too hot, because you're the one who's going to have to wait till it cools. And if you're like me, you don't want to wait that long. You see, that's gorgeous how it makes its own cells and stuff like that. No Floetrol required, my frenzies. So... yes, we just like, you know, we gotta cool it down a little bit. Alright, that's fine, because we're just gonna be dripping now. And I'm gonna wear a glove for this, because I am messy. I'm gonna take this jacket off, guys. It's a little warm in here, you can feel. So I'm loving this pneumatic table. Loving it. It's at the perfect height for me right now. But I did realize that because I'm standing all day, that looks great. That looks like fireworks. I'll show it to you here. Give me a second. Blowing up in the sky. See, you learn a little something something every time you do this. I just love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. So that's without any duties. You know, we didn't do any duties. Whatever that is. Alright, I'm over here stirring up my white, so I'm going to use a pipette. And the cool thing is I can keep my my white where it is. And again, this is a play on color. So these things that we're building here, they are going to become their own little Roy G. Bibbs when it comes to the shellac that I put on here, right? So that's what we're going for. And the one thing I love is that your imagination is endless, my friends. You go wherever you want to go with this. You can go into some of the finest detail with the pipettes. You could use a paintbrush. You can do whatever it is you want to do, but my goal here is to have spaces that I can scratch into with the shellac. So like spaces like all these kind of things. So it's like I'm working on, I want to be able to give some really cool details. So it's really fun to have a magical forest made of the colors of our childhood dreams. That's what I think is the best part of this whole process right here, is you pick your colors, you choose your design, whatever it is. And like I said, we had nothing coming in, and look, we're getting something, and it's really cool. And I'm going to build up on these little boogers just enough so that I can paint them, but I want the ones that are underneath to be underneath, and I want the ones that are above to be above, you know, because it gives you that sense of depth and overlapping. Like this guy here is totally overlapping the other guy. And this guy here is so totally under it. Not over it, just under it. Totally over it though. So they're relaxing mask mandates. I work at the Mayo Clinic. I don't foresee that ever happening. But if it does, I'm still gonna wear my mask. You know why? Because nobody can tell how old I am. You can't see my age when I'm wearing my mask. Well, you can, my eyes, I suppose, if you look hard enough. They're always surprised when I tell them that I'm 61. Because I guess people 61 years old are not supposed to move that fast and coordinated. They should be in a rocking chair or something. I don't know. I think 61 is the new 40 or whatever. Except we're smarter. You know, we understand stuff. The older we get wiser. And if you haven't learned, then if you haven't learned from anything that makes you wiser, I really feel bad for you, because growing older is getting smarter, I think. So you see how we're doing layers here? So if you have an ego, let it go, because who cares? Who cares? You be you. You just be you, you know? And you don't worry about anybody else but yourself, because nobody cares. Nobody but you. Don't let things bring you down, because who cares? Nobody does. Said anybody ever? You know, nowadays people, what I've noticed in the younger generation compared to mine, I guess, is they're just in it to win it. You know, they're not in it to. They're in it to be. It's all for them. You know, it's all for them. So, you know, if you grew up in my era where it was like, you know, we could help each other out, we could do a team thing or whatever. No, that's not happening. That's not happening. No, these kids, they're just like, here's your task, and they're like, basically, what's in it for me? It's like, well, this is a part of your job, but wait, what's in it for me? A paycheck? what about this don't you understand? I'm confused. Because it was so easy, you know, when you get a job, this is your duties, and this is what you get paid to do, so what's the problem? But no, it's like, what's in it for me? What do you mean what's in it for you? You don't get fired today because you did your job? And managers don't manage anymore because of it. They quit. They quit managing. They just stopped. They said, that's it. Okay, alrighty. Let them do whatever they want. What do you mean let them do whatever they want? Well, we got this HR thing and it won't let us manage. Oh my God. How about if you had a documented process when they got there and they signed off knowing what their responsibilities were and they did them. And then you would never have to do anything but remind them maybe, hey, you know, what happened yesterday? You were unable to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So, I don't know. So I was thinking maybe to get some just stragglers like laying around on the ground behind the trees. It's kind of hanging out. You know, yeah. I don't know. Debris in the forest. Is that a pond? Oh my God, we made a pond. I think that's so cool. So we got a pond in the forest, but we're gonna scratchy the pond. I really, really like this, guys. I really do. We're having, thanks to you, I'm getting to tell stories and paint at the same time. It's really amazing. I'd love the pipettes for those guys. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. All right, primary is really coming along very, very, very well. Yeah, this my pipette says I'm done, but I'm gonna do my best to try to squeeze some of this wax out because it's expensive. Here it goes. Oh, see, I got these. I got it. My goodness. All right, look at that. So let's fuse it. We're gonna fuse it, and I found. Excuse me, that was a burp. But I found some pixie sticks, and I'm going to use those. They're more precision, like, and we'll figure out what our colors are going to be. So I'm going to fuse this, and pick out my colors, and I will be right back. Alright, my friends. I picked out some colors. And I wanted to show you a new way for me to put my signature on there because, and I did that while the wax was still warm. I found in my kit of kits, I've got tons of stuff that were gifted to me. I did find a set of magnetic, come on, where's your mama? That's right, I am. Focus. It's not going to focus, but they're my initials, right? So I pressed, I know I can get that to focus because I did it earlier just to test it. So, oh, come on. You can see that I was able to get my initials in there, in the wax, right? That's how I'm signing my pieces. Whether it survives, you know, I might have to put it in again, I don't know. Also, throughout this process with the shellac, I chose white, sapphire blue, golden yellow, and senorita magenta. Because she's so bright. I'm using a color wheel, and I never really understood. I'm always learning, guys. I don't want mud. I want something beautiful. So I want to be sure that the shellac that I'm putting over the colors that I'm using are not going to turn them into poopy, right? And that's where the color wheel comes in, because on this yellow orange, which is what we have down here, I'm going to go ahead and add the blue shellac, which is going to give us a gorgeous forest green. You know, just a gorgeous moss green, actually. I would call that a moss green. So up in through here, although you're still going to see the orange yellow, but the shellac is going to, whatever. And in here for the blue, so if I go to the blue and I want to add yellow, which I'm going to use the yellow shellac over here, the golden yellow. That's going to give us a lighter green to the forest canopy here in the back. And to the red, I'm going to add the blue, and to the blue, I'm going to add the red. And to this area up here where the blue is thicker, I'm going to add white. What we're doing with the trees yet, I don't know. Let's just get that part done. And then we'll figure out what we're going to do with the trees. But I'm going to be referring to this color wheel. So if you want to learn how to use this along with me, stay tuned. This one is my favorite because we're definitely adding blue. So let's do that first. So I have sapphire blue. And I have some pixie. Beautiful seal on that. I have some pixie sticks to paint with, so it's kind of exciting. But I do want a lot of shellac on there. I don't mind if it hits the tree because you know the tree is the tree. And this could very well be a blue tree to begin, and who knows what. But I do want a good sized puddle. That makes sense. Oops, no. And let's kind of squeeze it out there. And yeah, I'm gonna get those trees too. They're all gonna be a part of it. But the tree's gonna look different with the blue than the orange. Of course, you know, blue. It's gonna be blue and white. So, keep putting in the puddle. Putting in the puddle. Because I want it thick. I'm gonna give this time to dry. It'll be no time for you, just a little wee bit of time for me, but that's okay, I got patience. Oh, look, you can see my signature a little better now. That looks cool. I don't think I'll fuck with that at all. Not a good friendly shell! Alright, we got the blue down. That's awesome. Alright, let's squeeze this puppy out. Let's see if I can't clean her down real fast and use it again. There's nothing worse than having to throw everything away because it's got shellac in it. Alright. Now I also said I was going to put blue on the red. So let's wait, is that what I said? Yeah, I did. Yeah, because of purple. Because of purple! I'm not going to go crazy here, but I want you to understand that we are going to be, except for I think in these areas over here, because it looks like they've already been scraped into. They're actually gorgeous. So I'm not going to touch them, but we're going to be scratching, itchy scratching, all up in here, into these areas that we're getting shellac. Is really kind of cool. I'll carry that right up. Oh, what are you doing? I'm gonna let that dry because it's thin, right? So I'm gonna put another color shellac going over the top. Get some really cool effects. Have no fear. Just do it because it feels good, and it does. It feels so good. You know, here I'm just laying the brush flat so it goes over the top. These are raised pieces. Alright, that's it for the blues. Who's got the blues? Oh, just a few more little bits over here. right? We don't even know if we have enough on there for effects. We have no clue. Alright, so get it off our glue. You done good. Get you all out of there. And, so, I was telling you guys earlier, yeah, I can't use that anymore. So I was telling you guys earlier that even if the mask mandates at Mayo go away, I'm going to wear a mask every day anyway. It's kind of cool because you feel like you're Batman. It's just like, I don't know, just leave me alone. I'm in my own world wearing my mask. Back off. Alright, so we're going to put the red. Senorita Magenta is going on the blue. And that's going to be in between the bits. So I'm going to use a square pixie because I don't mind if the purple gets up there, but Senorita Magenta, she's a wild one. Yeah, she is. She just wants to go psychedelic on y'all. Look at her go. Now, the cool thing about this color is, and especially about this piece, is that when you put this in a black light, or actually you won't even need a black light at this point because she's everywhere. But we'll let the top of the forest glow. How's that? Yeah, that's my girl, Senorita Magenta. Don't wear her out. I have lots of her. Some of this I'm going to leave and just, I need stuff to scratch into, so put that in there. We haven't scratched yet, so we're going to get to that once we get all this down, because we have all the time in the world, my friends. Yes, we do. Shellac takes about a half an hour to dry. And so I will have time to then scratch this shellac down into the wax and get some really cool effects. Really, really cool effects. I know y'all think I'm nuts, but that's okay. Crazy people do crazy things. In Artland anyway. I mean, I don't know any artist that wasn't a nutcase. So I just feel like I'm learning to be a nutcase artist. Alright, so that's going to be enough of the Senorita Magenta. Yeah. And I'll go ahead and empty that out. See if we can't use her again. I'm not sure. I don't want to put that in the yellow, so... Okay, thank you, Senorita Magenta. Alright, I'm just gonna... Golden yellow is going all through here. We got a little... Looks like a pond right now, but I guess it's gonna be grasslands once the colors mingle dingle. You gotta think ahead. So like whatever it is you're doing, like what do I got going on? What's my background? What's my foreground? What's my front ground? What's my this? And you know, once you get that picture laid out in your head or what all that's gonna be, but you're doing it on the fly, see what I'm saying? Because the one thing I love is just going in not knowing what I'm going to do. You see how the yellow turns everything green? Of course it does. Of course it does. Alright. Put that on there. I don't know. I've never really stacked my shellac, so there's something we're doing new today. We're stacking the shellac for visual effects. I don't know if we're gonna do it, but we'll see. All right, that should be good on yellow. Woo! That is so pretty. I don't know if I want to burn it. Oh my gosh. crazy pretty. But I don't know why I took my glovies off, because we're going to be doing some scratchings now. So we used the red, the blue, and the green. I'm not going to go with any of the black. I'm not going to go with any of the white until we see what we got going on, because I really like what I have going on right now. I don't want to move her because she's in liquid form. But if you see, haha, some really cool colors going on right there, right? Yeah. Alright, so let's take this area right here. Try my best, my friend. Let's take that area, and I have a scratchy tool, and I want to kind of like see the forest is going up like that. Right. And it's always good to wear gloves, and also to have something to clean up your waxy mess with. See, I failed the glove test already. All right. So I'm going to do this whole thing, but what I want you to see before I take the time to do that is what I'm doing here. See, I want you to see that on in real time, because it's going to take me a little bit of time, but I'm going to go through, and all of the trees are going to have their bark, or the bark of their bite, whatever. And I'll be decorating in between too as well. So I'm gonna get that done, my friendies, and I will see you back here. And here's my cleaner. I'll see you back here when that's done, and by the time I'm done, it should be dry and we can burn her off. Yeah. In a second. Hello, my friends. So I got all the scratchings done. All the scratchings is done. Take it down here. Real slow. You can see where I scratched into stuff, and like this area right here, and I saved it for just y'all. So I take a little pointy stick, right, and I'm just gonna go like that. And that is where the shellac is going to end up. So again, the signature looks really good. It does. Look at that. Woo. Okay. So now what I'm thinking is it's a little dark up here. So when I was scratching, I wasn't seeing any light coming in. So I want to bring out some light, and the best way for myself to do that, and is the reason why I probably brought the white shellac out, is so that I can create that effect. So here what we're going to do is get into the white, and let me get a paper towel here. Just pop that right there. So I want to be as delicate as I can with this one, so I'm going to use a small one of these little foamy pixel things. I have a bunch of these only because when I would buy the Jacquard ink, they would give you a pack here and there, so that was kind of cool. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this incrementally in areas where I want more light. I'm not worried about it getting it on the tree form at all, because it's only going to enhance it. That's got all sorts of colors going on, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to put this in areas where I think the effect might be exasperated with a little more, with some white, which is going to turn pink or whatever, because it's kind of dim anyway, so. But the scratching looks really good. You can see a bunch of it coming out from underneath the white. Or maybe you can't, because, you know, this is YouTube. who knows what my camera's doing. So I kind of want to creep it down. Here's where you have so much control, my friends. The smaller the scalpel you use, the tighter the cut, right? So the smaller the brush you use, the tighter your ability to pour that white. So I'm thinking we're just going to take it right down, like somewhere here in the center. Parts, bits, whatever. That place. But it's going to come roaring down the middle, not so much off the edges. So, I never did like that song. I am the eye of the tiger. Okay, I'm not going to get copyright. Thank you. So the water, or the light has poured in. I'm going to add a little light here. And I'm going to forgo those areas that are already showing light because they're doing their job. So like I said, this is all a learning experience for me. So everything is, every single challenge I challenge myself to. Here's a piece, I have no idea what we're going to make today, but look what we're doing. Look what we're doing. We're experimenting. Now that kind of looks like we actually built a sky. I don't know. Pixie, go down. Alright. So white, thank you very much. We used everything but the black, and I really don't see any need for the black. But what we're going to do now is we're going to give this time to cool off and dry. And I'm going to use a fan, and I will. Hello, my friends. So a bunch of time has passed for me, but not so much for you. Not too long, actually. It's only been about maybe 5 minutes. I did blow, and then I went and did some things. Cleaned the bathroom a little bit, you know, tiny little chores you do in between stuff. But what I can't believe is the color. We got some serious neon color going on. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm sure you can. Alright, let's burn it. Alright, let's go. I'm going to have to go with a small guy because I really want small cells throughout the whole piece, so I have to turn her down just a little bit. And do not stay in one area too long. Do your business and get out. I cannot stress that enough, my friends. Do not hang out. Do not continue looking for more effects. You're not going to get them. Alright, so kind of give you an example. Let me take you down. Ew. Hello. Hello, Moto. So I'm just going to try to stick with the barks of the trees right now. Wherever I have stuff going on. See? I'm not going to hang out on the in-between. I'm not going to stay on that tree too long either, or I'm going to melt it like I melted that one. See? You have to be careful. Get in, get out. In, out, in, out. Don't hang out too long. I love this stuff at the bottom. This stuff is amazing. It's just amazing. So, gonna stay away from the signature there. Go over it. See how cool that is? That's my signature. That is so cool. Okay, let's go in here. I'm not expecting much to happen in here, so I'm going to be in and out. In and out. I'm going to want to stick with the trees. If I see stuff happening aside from the trees, limbs, then I'll go in and I'll play with it. But if I don't see anything happening, I'm not here to mess with you. But of course I know I got white there, so I'm gonna mess with that. Yes. Oh, gotta take you out. Alright, going back down the tree, going up another limb on another tree, and a flash dance 2 of them at once. Uh-oh. Sometimes when you're shaky, Flamey get higher. Y'all know what that is, right? Don't stay too long. Move along. Move along, move along. No, your hope is gone. No copyrights for me today. Wow. Alright, Flame is a little high. I'm going to turn her down. She just got so excited. I was shaking her. That's actually what was happening, so don't shake your thingy. Now she's not giving me nothing. She's all angry. Why? You do not have to hit up every place. Keep that in mind. Look for what you're going for and then get out. Beautiful. I know we can get some specters in here. They came up earlier, so I'm not afraid to hang out for the specters. Here they go. Alright. That's gorgeous. Let's go up. That kind of blends everything in there. Kind of flattens out your corners and gets you ready for peeling, which is next. Peeling is next. Oh wow, I'm totally in love with this piece. But I'm in love with every piece I make. That's why I cannot divorce them yet. It'll come. So right now what I'm doing is I'm basically just squaring up this edge. Just getting it hot, letting it melt off the side onto the tape, so that when I pull it off, it's a good straight edge. And I'm really excited that that my stamp works. You know, that was a jerry rig. Because I didn't like destroying my pieces by carving into them. It was killing me. It was killing me. I couldn't do it anymore. But I realized that I have to sign my work, you know. So now I have a way of doing that and not ruining my pieces. And I'm quite excited about that. Yes. Great. Good. We got a little bit. We can do a little more in here. It's very pretty. I'm extremely excited. the colors are way more intense than I had anticipated, and I'm excited about that because there's one thing I love is intense colors, and apparently those are a thing nowadays. So get you some intense colors hanging on your wall. This will last for generations. You can give it to your kids. They can give it to their kids and 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 their kids, and then just keep on going for thousands of years. Yeah, it's one of those things. So let me see. Where did I think? Let's do this one first. So peeling your stuff off is not as bad as it looks if you do it when it's hot. So you want to get while it's good. But you can always, if you don't, you can heat it back up. Because shingles doesn't care. No, because it doesn't matter. Once you heat it up, you can get it off. But it's so much fun to see it all nice and clean. Like if you're looking for an instant gratification thing. And then you also have an opportunity to shave it while it's hot, which is also a good thing. So what does she mean by shaving? I will show you. So let me get this last string beading off there. Needs to be a pretty good. Okay. So scraping. When I say scraping, I totally mean going down the side. And here you can also pick off any leftover and give it a hard time. So you want to do that while it's warm. And for this piece, you can do any number of things. You can burn complementary designs into the frame so that they look like they blend with that forest that you just created, which is always kind of fun. And then you can alcohol ink it, kind of stain the wood, or you can go ahead and use any type of paint that you so desire and paint it. I think this one, I will probably, trying to get this little bit of tape off here. I think I would probably go with, oh, there it is. It doesn't want to come. That's when you need to scrape it off. Come on, tape. There we go. This one, I'm not sure. I mean, I finally mounted just about all of my tiles. I finally got those mounted. So, there we are. Look at you. So pretty. And just to show you again, because I think it's really cool. Of course, you're not in focus. Come on. So this is these are two little magnet letters that I glued to this. It was tough gluing them together because they're magnets, they don't like that. And then I can press them into the wax when it's just soft, not too soft. And then when I apply the shellac, I get a really cool signature that goes along with the piece. So here's what we did. Woot! Look at that! This is like Wandering in the Primary Forest. That's what this one's called. Wandering in the Primary Forest. I love it. I hope you had fun with me, guys. we're going to be playing with the color wheel and doing a whole lot to these until spring. And then, of course, we put our wax away. And I think we're going to go into epoxy resin because I can open the window and put the fan on, which is cool. And I have a mask this year. So. But no, I'm not giving up. I'm not giving this up for quite a while. I'm really into it. I hope you enjoy. I hope you learned a little something. I mean, we always learn something, like how you can make, how you can define your elements with shellac and scraping. Right? We could have done a lot more scraping. I did not. I chose just to leave most of it onto the trees themselves, but what we could have done is off the charts, you know, because look, a little bit of scraping down there, look at that, gorgeous, you know, this is you can create all the elements that you want, basically, and I like different colors than you, that's fine. Use the colors you like. You can even use crayons. Just make sure you have a well-ventilated space, because paraffin is really not good to inhale. So, but Stolmer and beeswax are okay because they're just okay as long as they don't go over 200 degrees. So, I love my space. It smells great. Alright guys, I love you very much. Thank you for watching. This is Denise from Susan Art saying ciao bella. I love you, Mommy! My mommy's 80. Woo! Alright, my friends. We're not done. My bad. I'm going to try to slip this, I don't know. I'm going to say ciao bella twice. Okay? Get over it. The thing I forgot, which is most important to me, is adding the homemade alcohol inks to really boom this piece. And the way we do that is with some Sharpie Red, and I've got a bunch to make. Keep saying I'm going to make it next holiday I have, which I never have, but my 2 days off. But I'm going to be looking at sitting down for a couple hours because I'm going to be tearing apart lots. Eight packages of Sharpies. 8 packages of Sharpies. Each one has like, no. Yeah, I have 8. There's 8. And each one has a bunch. So I have 8 of these colors to jam into bottles and fill with alcohol, which I purchased all that stuff, so I got all my goodies to do it. It's just like, it's one of those tedious little tasks, but I know I need to do it because I'm running out of my favorite colors, like this one, and the yellow. Oh, right now the yellow is strictly, this is a Jacquard yellow, pretty much. It's a Jacquard yellow with, this is orange. But I'm using a Jacquard yellow with, the Sharpies little thingies still in it. What did I do with it? Oh my gosh, I don't know. She's a good girl. Right now that's just Jacquard, but it's yellow knocks everything out of the park, guys. See? Boom. It just took all that red and that purple and that other stuff and just said, eat it! And bring to the top here. I'm going to just go with some of this green. Little of this fluorescent orange, and I do have Cali Arts. I bought a bunch of Cali Arts so I could replicate this one as well. I like that this one gives bigger cells, so when it dries it's crazy. It's just crazy. It's a crazy color, Mommy. A little bit more of this red here. And just a hint more of my expiring yellow, because she's gorgeous. She just takes whatever color she lands on and becomes something completely different. And I know you're not really going to see the colors until you see the I can't tilt, so bear with me. It's gorgeous. You'll see it in the thumbnail. So a really good shot down here at the bottom. See all those colors? Woo, 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 woo. What the heck happened? To this picture, it spun a new look. Okay. That just took it up 10 notches. That's right. All right. Bye.